Hello, entrepreneurs. Joe DeChara coming to you live from downtown Flushing, New York. Once again, bringing you another amazing episode. And tonight, I have a very special guest. I pulled this one out of my hat. My friend, who you see next to me. You're still my friend, Scotty, right?
I am. So far as I don't have any more audits.
Amazing. My fraternity brother, Scott Factor, who was actually, when I was thinking back on how did I get this way? What caused me to be the person I am? And I had to go back a long time, and I said it was that first tax audit that I handled. And it was your tax audit, Scotty. It changed my life in the course of history forever.
It's kind of an amazing thing. That was my first tax audit as well.
And hopefully your last.
I hope. Well, listen, so far so good. You've been my accountant for over 30 years.
So that might not be the case after I tell you what I'm going to tell you right now.
Oh, boy.
But I hope we could still be friends.
No way you're retiring.
Oh, no, not that.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that you got audited because of the way that I did your return.
Oh, really?
Probably because, okay, so this is what happens. I wasn't certified yet, right?
Right.
I wasn't a CPA. You were a sole proprietor.
That's correct.
Right.
Which
And
was
that's
probably the biggest mistake, because that's where I get flagged, no?
Yeah, and I didn't.
All the write-offs.
I had no idea what I was doing then, Scotty. I know that you thought I did, but I really didn't.
So you conned me.
Well, no, it was. I didn't get you.
Listen, I thought you were, you went to school for this. You were a professional. You treated me like a professional. And listen, you didn't know everything yet. You're only in your 20s. So you didn't know all the steps that need to take place to cut down on some of the things that the government looks at, put it that way.
Right. And so, and if you've been watching my Facebook Lives,
I do.
I talk about what triggers these audits all the time. And I guess it was like this repressed memory that I had. And it just it was like an epiphany. I said, I have to apologize to Scotty because I think, it was my fault.
Well,
But it wasn't my fault because who knew back then? I know today that when people are sole proprietors, they get audited, right?
and that's still the case to this day.
It's still the case because over the last couple of years, I've been marketing to sole proprietors, and I'm looking at their returns, and they're telling me that they got audited, not once, some of them got audited I know one woman that got audited 4 years.
Oh my God.
Yeah, well, that I think was a criminal investigation against her husband.
Wow.
But, and people don't know what they don't know. And it turns out, so you're part of my mission, today's mission, which is to let these 25 million sole proprietors know that they're in danger.
Well, like you did, eventually when you found out, the way things work, you said, Scott, listen, these are your options, and better to be safe than sorry. Let's get you into a corporation and let's set you up that way, which also I appreciate, not only for that reason alone, being audited, but for the write-offs, for having limited liability, because I am an independent rep, and what I do for a living, I need that extra coverage, put it that way. And so that helps all around to, make a safe environment for me and my work.
Yeah, and didn't it give you some sense of security?
Well, exactly. That's what you
Right.
made it safe for me. So, I feel a lot better. Knock wood, I don't want to give myself bad luck by saying, I don't even want to say the word, but thank God it's been, really good for 30-something years. And the great thing was I had enough ingenuity to bring you to my audit with me rather than me go alone. not knowing the laws and tax laws and so forth. And I don't know if you want to tell the story, but thank God I did
Well,
bring it up because they were
well,
saying I owed more money.
right. So, I don't want to skip over this. You were also my first corporation, an S-corp. So, I
Jesus, I feel like your first love.
I know I have this new feeling for you, Scotty. So
I
if
never
you
knew
if
I was so many firsts for you, Joe.
if you were here now, I would hug you.
I know, I'm
But
getting the chills
but
from here.
but it would be how about virtual high five?
High five, brother.
Yeah. So I remembered the result of the audit. So what happened was you got audited. They said you owed money.
Yeah.
And so I went down there. I was my hands were sweating. I was like, I hope Scott doesn't.
You seem very confident, so I couldn't tell, number one, that I was your first audit.
So we go in there, right? And I remember what happened. I remember that it wound up that they owed you money.
Right.
But you remembered that. So what did I do? Because I was like,
But it
oh my
wasn't
God.
so easy in the beginning why they were auditing me. The one, you got to remember, there were certain things you told me to do, even with your, short experience. You told me to do my weekly expense reports, and I would log it and put all the receipts in an envelope. So when I went to this audit, I actually had 52 envelopes. So most guys don't walk in that organized. And so, I mean, even the auditor was like, he's had to say, this guy, wow, this is pretty organized. And, most guys just throw papers on a desk and expect the auditor to do something with that. But, because of how you taught me to be organized that way, that worked out because you were talking to the auditor, and after a while, you started screaming at the auditor to go get his goddamn boss. And
Really?
he showed everything to the boss, and when the guy came out, the boss came out at the end and said, we owe Scott money. Can we just write him a check? And he said, yeah. And other than that, I go in there owing money. They write me a check at the end of the day. And that's there's a lot of reasons. Number one, you kept me organized, and which really means a lot. I mean, for anybody in sales or something like that, just to be organized and to, whatever I could write off, you would tell me. I wouldn't make up things. I say, Joe, can I do this? Right? I've always asked you those questions. Am I allowed to do this? Can I do this? And, Scott, and then you would call me, over the years, and people should know this, that as an accountant, not just a friend, but as an advisor, not just as an accountant, as an advisor, you would call me up when laws changed, and you would say, Scott, listen, I want to change the way you're doing things right now. We got to start doing this, or you could write off this now, start keeping receipts on this, whatever. So, you just weren't one of those guys where I, talk to you once a year. There were times where you would always try to make sure I'm getting the most out of my checks throughout the year and say, listen, we can get you more money in your pocket. And that I appreciate.
Dang,
You got to be proud of yourself. Not a lot of accountants, put that type of effort or, friendship involved, regardless of being a friend. I think that's just who you are as a person.
well, it is, but also that's how I was taught, Scotty. I had really good teachers. It's as simple as that.
Now, I got to tell you, which is very funny, Joe. Now, Craig Duswalt, if he's watching this, we have a friend in common that we went to high school with. That was my first accountant, but he was let go for you. So that was a friend of mine from high school who I eventually let go of, and he was terrific. But you showed me different angles of how I could save money. And that was something when I compared, I had to say, listen, in my job, I need someone that's going to really be savvy. And I needed someone like you. And listen, that's why I stuck with you over 30 something years. I try to refer other people to you because I know you're diligent, and you're up on everything. You're up on all the new laws, on all the new, things that are available, to the different industries, and that's what makes you, a professional.
I try to be. It's not easy, but like I said, I had great teachers. I still have a great network of people. Craig is actually one of them. And, I threatened him that we were going to talk about the fraternity trip, the pledge trip up in Canada. I'm pretty sure the statute of limitations has run. So, but, maybe
they can't come after us, and we're in a different country, so.
Well, let's give Craig some, let's invite him. Maybe we could do this so he can like rebut anything.
That would be fun.
Yeah, so we'll put that on the back burner. So I know we have a mutual friend, Tim Gillette is watching. So Tim, you can maybe pass that along to Craig, and we can actually hold that over him, which is a lot of fun. Anyway, listen, I really, really appreciate you taking the time out and sharing the story with me. I'm thinking that, based on what you said, I really should have been charging you a hell of a lot more money every year. I
totally retract everything.
But the good news is I did this amazing 3-day event with a friend of mine, Mike Wolf. Tim knows him, Craig knows him, and I got all kinds of great new strategies for you.
Yeah.
For going, oh yeah, self-directed IRA. Think of that.
Self-directed. Okay.
Yeah, we'll be talking.
Yeah, I got
about
a lot of new information to give you for this tax season, so it's going to be, pretty interesting because the last year's, a lot of things have happened, and good and bad, or things that unfortunately with people passing and so forth. But the good part is, things have helped me to build my jewelry business and so forth like that, and become more financially independent, put it that way.
Yeah, and I have to. I'm getting a lot of feedback. I hope that, but I just want to tell you, Scotty. I never said this, and I'll say it publicly. How proud I am of you.
Oh, geez, thank you.
Yeah, you were actually voted the least likely to succeed.
I was
in everything.
Oh my Lord!
Yeah, based on your fraternity record, which I mean, you got to admit that.
Yeah, I mean, I would vote that way for me too.
But you've had a really nice career. You raised a nice family. You got a nice woman with you. I would have never imagined. Could you imagine that we're planning the 75th fraternity reunion. Did you know that?
Yeah, but we weren't in the first one, so.
No, I know. But I'm coming up on, I think, 40. You're coming up on 40 years, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Could you imagine?
And you still have hair. And you still have hair.
It's a little receded, but. All
right. Anyway, nobody else is interested in this stuff, but
this has been fun. And listen, it's good seeing you, talking to you, and it kind of is amazing that we've been doing business in addition to friendship, doing business for 35 years, something to that effect, which says a lot about you. Because obviously a lot of people don't stand by somebody for that many years unless they're really doing something special for them. And you've been good to me and my family, and we appreciate it. And, you've helped us out a lot. So I can only give you the highest kudos.
I appreciate that, Scotty. And the good news is the best is yet to come.
I hope so. I'm feeling good and looking forward to the future, and as long as we all stay happy and healthy, that's what counts.
Yeah. All right. God bless, and I will talk to you soon.
Yeah, we'll be in touch soon, and another tax season's coming up.
Yes, get me your stuff.
Yeah, enjoy the holidays. Enjoy Governor Cuomo and de Blasio, and Wish you guys all the best in New York, boy.
Thank you, Scotty.
I know you don't want to get into it.
Yeah, I know
All right.
you're praying for me. All
Yeah,
right, over and out.
all right,
That's
brother.
our story. We're sticking with it.
We'll
Good
stick
night.
into
God
it,
bless.
and
Thank you.
thanks again, Joe. Appreciate it.
All right, Scotty.
Ciao,
Anytime.
brother. Bye.
Thank you.
You're welcome.